matchup.
Steve Carino, right now we are set for what promises to be a wrestling masterpiece classic. The finals of the Block C tournament. American Dragon versus the British import himself, Doug Williams.
That's right, my pick to win it all. American Dragon going against the anarchist, Doug
Careful.
Williams.
Well, tonight the British invasion has been in full effect. One half of the British invasion.
Kiki, after this we'll do trivia, okay?
Let's see right now how the other half, Doug Williams.
Right now, let everyone watch the wrestling match.
Steve, this will be a scientific clinic, if you
That's a
will.
good girl.
Both of these men very evenly matched in submissions and takedowns and mat work. I would have to give the advantage in some of those fouls though to Doug Williams. Doug Williams, a 1991 national champion in judo in the 75-kilogram weight class. This man is 5 years karate champion, 3 years of sambo wrestling as well. Williams liked to wrestle a mix of American and Japanese styles. American Dragon, on the other hand, likes to take his opponent down, wear him out, and use one of those submission holds. Look for him early in this match to try to get an advantage on Williams.
And there's the advantage American.
You want my opinion, everyone?
American Dragon hit
Pre-WWE,
knocking Doug Williams down. Doug Williams was not ready for it. My man,
Bryan Danielson, better than WWE, Bryan Danielson. Or Daniel Bryan, however you want to say his name.
Just 2-3 minutes.
American Dragon right now having his hands full with the man who has won over these die-hard educated fans here at the Murphy Rec Center.
There's-
Ring of Honor fans, some of the most intelligent fans from coast to coast right here in this building. And
There's-
they're applauding the Mount
How can I put it?
They'll applaud great wrestling.
There's freedom everywhere else to be the wrestler you want to be, and then WWE, they kind of put you into a little bottom.
Oh, and Dragon just kicked him.
Nice kick to the lower back of Doug Williams. American Dragon with front face lock on Doug Williams. Doug Williams smacking at the head of Dragon more to confuse him than anything else. A nice, look how quick Doug Williams was able to get to his feet and lock on that nice arm bar onto American Dragon. More of a front arm lock. Oh, nice. Well, I don't even know how to describe that one. That was a leg takedown, I would say, Steve.
That's right, a leg takedown. Dragon adjusting his shin pad there.
Dragon seems to be a little edgy right here, walking around the ring trying to measure up Doug Williams. American Dragon usually entering a match with the advantage of being the submission expert. In this case, I would have to give that advantage to Doug Williams. The Dragon may have met his match right there. Doug Williams ties up the legs in something that I've never seen before.
That's right, and you hear the fans appreciating both skills of both men, Doug Williams and American Dragon. Ring of Honor fans, it's almost like Ring of Honor is a meeting place for the greatest wrestling fans in the entire world. They drive from all over, not just Philadelphia and the surrounding areas, New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, Ohio, New York. These fans are coming from different states to South Philadelphia to be a part of Ring of Honor experience.
Well, one of the things that separates Ring of Honor from the other promotions out there, they are able to blend styles that you would not usually see here in the States. Case in point, the British style of wrestling is a little more methodical, a little more slow-paced with a man like Williams. Then you go to the extreme with a man like Jody Fleisch. The British style of wear down is just that, slow, intricate combinations which take a few minutes to set up. Doug Williams will spend 2 or 3 minutes trying to set up a combination which usually leads to something like the Chaos Theory or a submission hold for which there is no escape. Nice front judo throw by American Dragon on the former judo champion.
That's right, yeah. American Dragon using Doug Williams' own technique against him. Doug Williams got to be a little shocked, or maybe not. Doug Williams, who knows the styles of the Ring of Honor wrestlers. He's got an array of moves. Unbelievable, and there's one of them.
Ooh.
Don't know what
Tonight, that's a, wow.
Don't know what it's doing, and that is stretching the body of the American Dragon. There seems not to be an escape for that American Dragon, doing the only thing he can, firing a forward with the face of Doug Williams, hoping that those tree trunk-like legs will be unleashed from the back heels of the American Dragon.
That's right, those hard elbows to right below the ear. They sting. They can knock you out. You don't want to get knocked out in a match of this high caliber. The winner of this would be the winner of the C block. We've already seen Spanky. He's already advanced to July 27th. The winner of this match advances to July 27th. This is unbelievable pressure, especially for Doug Williams, his first debut matches here at Ring of Honor.
Well, plus, Steve, don't forget, these two men already have in the back of the head that they will be facing Spanky in the finals if they advance that far. And believe me, the American Dragon would like nothing more than to go to that final with Spanky in that match. That rivalry stems back all the way from the days at the Texas Wrestling Academy, from the very first matches, from the long, hard nights training in the ring. American Dragon and Spanky have one of those rivalries that never seem to die, never seem to end. And Dragon wants to move on to the finals to show Spanky that he is the #1 graduate from that school and not Spanky.
And let's not forget the Gauntlet Series last month. It was Spanky that defeated American Dragon to win it all, to become the showstopper here at Ring of Honor.
And don't think that's not in the back of the mind of the American Dragon. And I just hope for Dragon's sake that he's not overlooking this machine in the ring right now, Doug Williams. Because to say it bluntly, Doug Williams, my friend, has not come here to entertain. He has not come here to play tiddlywinks. He is here for one thing, Ring of Honor Championship.
That's right. This isn't sports entertainment. We've said it a million times before for the last few months. This isn't sports entertainment. Ring of Honor is about professional wrestling. Two men, maybe four if it's a tag team match, but two men, two athletes, not entertainers, athletes going in there and doing it all to win it all. And winning it all means the Ring of Honor Championship.
If you want entertainment and you want a British style, then you stick with John Paul, Ringo, and George and not Doug, because Doug Williams, my friend, is here for one thing, and that is to dismantle his opponent in the ring. Whether it be Jay Briscoe, whether it be the American Dragon, whether it be Spanky, Chris Daniels, Low Key Red, he doesn't care who it is. Right there, that is a beautiful glory time special stretch on the American Dragon, and I can assure you this, about 15 minutes ago when the American Dragon was warming up for this match, I'll bet in the back of his mind, he never thought in a million years that he'd be in for this type of fight.
That's right. The Americans, myself included, know that the British style wrestling isn't up to par with the Americans, but the three best United Kingdom wrestlers are here tonight. You saw Jody Fleisch and Johnny Storm. You saw Jody Fleisch against Spanky. You saw Doug Williams take on Jay Briscoe. You're seeing the three best from the United Kingdom. They didn't become the best by watching British wrestling. They became the best by learning the American style, the Japanese style, the Mexican style of professional wrestling. That's why these three are here. That's why Doug Williams wants to go on to the finals.
Doug Williams uncharacteristically off the top rope there. Thought he saw an opening. Maybe try to close out the match here on American Dragon. And like you were saying before, Doug Williams has been one of the most highly touted individuals from across the sea. As a matter of fact, I have a little bit of repertoire, a little bit of experience with Doug. About a year ago, my own brother Nova came back from overseas and told me point blank, Doug Williams is the real deal. And Steve, you know Nova, and getting a compliment the likes of that from him is like squeezing blood from a stone.
Unbelievable. We could go on for hours about Nova and his tricks, but Doug Williams, a superstar. You know what's great about this match? I haven't seen that big, fat-headed oaf Rudy Boy Gonzalez at ringside.
Well, these educated, die-hard fans of Ring of Honor are right now witnessing a technical masterpiece. Rudy, I can assure you this, is also watching this, whether it be from behind the curtain, the monitor, up in the rafters, somewhere. He is keeping. I don't know about that.
That's a buffet piece of crap. Unbelievable. Look at this move right here.
And keep in mind, Steve, there are no countouts here at the Ring of Honor. If you spend an absorbent amount of time outside, you will get disqualified at the referee's discretion. But there are no countouts. And luckily for Doug Williams, there are no countouts, as his left knee seems to be injured right now due to that figure four outside the ring by the Dragon.
And this is the great action you can see in the comfort of your own home by ordering from RFVideo.com or by calling 215-891.
Or buy it years later off eBay.
Ring of Honor News. And
Physical media is the best.
Up to the date updates, go to www.rohwrestling.com. You'll find out all about Ring of Honor. That's how I found out about you.
Well, Steve Corino, what they should find out about is a counter for that suplex outside the ring in American Dragon. I'll bet you next time around, we'll go to that website, go to that phone number, and order some of those videotapes. Hopefully a best of Doug Williams, so if he ever meets this man again down the line, he'll be more prepared, because American Dragon right now seems to be being out-wrestled and outstretched by Doug Williams. This match, Steve, is even leaving me at a loss for for words.
I know, this is a great match. Two great competitors, two honorable men. You know, luckily, I don't see Rudy Boy Gonzalez at ringside trying to sponge off American Dragon, so which makes this match even better. Because when you got big fat Rudy trying to take his 25% from these boys, you know, it makes me sick.
Please, Steve, interesting role right there. Made famous in the land of Mexico, used by a British wrestler, Doug Williams. That move dazed and confused the American Dragon. Dragon seems to be on the receiving end of a lot of punishment right now. Beautiful European forearm uppercut, shades of Steve Regal. One of the influence, one of the idols of Doug Williams. Doug Williams looks to be about to put away the American Dragon at any moment. But where does Dragon get this fight? Where does he get this fortitude?
We'll slip.
Oh, beautiful DDT, but he's got to pull Dragon into the middle of the ropes.
Oh, kick out by Dragon on 2 9/10. And uncharacteristic, another uncharacteristic
Another
swing
DDT.
by Doug Williams.
Darn good
Not
match.
for those type of maneuvers.
I gotta watch my language.
Technician, more of like a
Try not to
bulldog,
cuss so much.
Slow and steady wins the race is the motto that Doug Williams lives by.
That's right, he goes for those European uppercut. But Dragon caught him. Goes. Unbelievable.
Ooh.
Face chancery neckbreaker suplex on Doug Williams in the middle of the ring. Both men are down right now. Keeter seems to be administering the count. Once again, we're faced with a situation, Steve. What if either one of these two men are able to continue?
I would say that in my opinion, you have to give it to the first guy that eventually got up, because there's no way you can have a 4-man Iron Man match with 3 men.
Well, absolutely, and don't think that Spanky isn't in the wings, licking his chops, saying to himself, maybe one of these two men will suffer some type of injury that will leave them more prone to sliced bread number 2, which is
The greatest thing since sliced bread.
and if he hits sliced bread number 2 a few times in that tournament, he will walk out the Ring of Honor champion. If Doug Williams makes it to the finals and hits the Chaos Theory, he will be the Ring of Honor champion. If the American Dragon makes it through this match and he hits
I don't think anyone's got
he'll
the,
be Ring of Honor champion. So many
What
scenarios.
about the Speed Crush? Or what about the AJ?
Title match show up on eBay. I'll look for it though.
I mean, you got so many great finishing maneuvers. Any one of these men can hit that maneuver and win the championship. Diving headbutt there.
Diving headbutt by the American Dragon into the right solar plexus of Doug Williams. Doug Williams seems to be breathing a little bit heavy right now. If I had to give the cardiovascular edge to one of these two men, it would be Dragon. Slightly a few years younger than Doug Williams, seems to be breathing a little less right now, even though he has sustained the majority of the damage in this match.
Doug Williams is back against the ropes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
This match is so good, I'm getting blown up.
Doug Williams, wait a second, Chaos Theory roll, and he's
It's over. It's over. Whoa! He kicked out. That means Dragon is kicked out of the low keys key crush at the round robin challenge. He's kicked out of Spanky, slice bread number 2 in Ignite Appreciation. And now he's kicked out of the Chaos Theory. What can this man do to lose? American Dragon is unbeatable right now. This is why he's my pick to become the first Ring of Honor champion. Doug Williams could not beat him with the Chaos Theory. American Dragon's just kicking the face off him. This match is soon to be over. American Dragons going to the big dance on July 27th.
Well, no one in the world can say that they've kicked out of the Chaos Theory except American Dragon. Perhaps watching earlier in the night, saw something in the Chaos Theory which knocked it off balance. As you know, Steve Corino, American Dragon, is a student of the game. Right now, up to the top rope with Doug Williams. Belly to back suplex off the top. A big impact by Doug Williams in the middle of the mat.
Is there anything that can finish American Dragon off? I've seen it all. We've seen it. The King Crusher, slice bread number 2, the Chaos Theory. Is there anything that can take this man down?
Well, it's going to have to be one of these moves that maybe Doug Williams hasn't showcased tonight. Maybe something he's left in his bag of tricks, his arsenal of weapons, if you will. Perhaps going for counter mutilation right now. Those big shoulders of Doug Williams might be a perfect counter. Indeed they are. Doug Williams, ocean cyclone suplex, the best way I can describe that, into some sort of neck bridge submission.
And why the second got him?
Whoa!
The crowd is shocked, Steve. Shocked that Williams beat the American Dragon, but I wouldn't call this an upset. Doug Williams is
I read that wrong.
but he could be the
I
man
have
beat the
sworn.
That's right.
Okay. It's a shocker.
Doug Williams.
I'll
Doug
take
Williams,
it.
The American Dragon will go on. Now we have 2 spots filled. Spanky, Doug Williams on July 27th. Iron Man, 1 hour, 2 spots left. Could it be Daniels? Could it be Styles? Could it be Kieran?
Doug Williams has come the Union Jack and laid claim to this promotion as the new man to beat at Ring of Honor.
This crowd is shocked, and Donnie B, I'm not afraid to say it, I'm shocked too.
Good match.